evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Aussie Formula Racing here, Season 1, round number 2 of the Formula Ford series hosted on iRacing. I'm Gus Rawls, and joining me this evening is the one and only Kunai Zero.
Hello, hello, hello.
Alright, we're pretty close to the end of this practice session. Apologies for the delay, just getting some camera stuff sorted, but we should be all good for this evening. And what is that? We've got 1.5 minutes left in this practice session before qualifying begins. We're here at the Charlotte Roval track. And I'm just going to jump up onto a better angle for you there. So, a smaller field than we had last week, but that doesn't mean the racing is going to be any less exciting. A few of these guys have been practicing a bit at the afternoon and also doing some unranked iRacing Week 13 shenanigans with the Little Wing series. And
good fun.
Hopefully they've got that all out of their system because that was a crazy race.
No, good fun. It was a little bit chaotic, but we get there in the end.
Absolutely. So I think we've got a couple of new drivers for this evening. We've got a mate there in the number 15 car, James Spicer as well in the 59 car we're watching at the moment. Oh shit, did I not have training pants? Oh no, I do have training pants on. We're all good.
Oh. Excellent, okay. So we've got what's about 30 seconds left in the session. Who's the current fastest there on track? Great. 1:26.7. So do we only have the 6 drivers for tonight? So
apparently we do.
Okay.
That's about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've just got the 6 people in Discord at the moment. And yeah, I think one person was a 50-50, so that's all good. Alright, starting our open quali session. It looks like Jared Rich is going to be the first one out on the track. Very hard left turn exit of the Charlotte circuit. So Kunai, what's your predictions for quali as Ben drifts around the corner in the Formula Ford?
So I did a couple of laps here in the Formula Ford just to try and see what the what these guys would be experiencing. So the main issue here is with the Formula Ford, of course, very thin tires. We talked about this last week. The car is very, very slidey, and the reason why the Roval is so much fun is honestly it's turns 11 and 12. That's what makes this track so good. So what you're seeing right now, Jared Rich is going to come around the banking and he's going to fly towards the aforementioned corners. And the thing is, if you don't get these right, the car is dead. You see those curves? They're massive. They are like sausage curves on steroids. And so you have to make sure that the car is slowed and you go into them with the right speed, because if you don't want to hit the curb, right? So that means you're going to be going more left than you want to. But if you're going too fast, you hit the wall. So all of this track, honestly, comes down to that. And then maybe the last chicane as well. The last chicane can be a little bit tricky, as you can see.
That was a bit too much curve. Bit too much curve for Ben.
Saves it there. He saves it there. He's so lucky. So now he'll be on a flying lap. Hopefully there's no damage to the car. It doesn't seem so. The car seems intact. But yeah, so it's going to be... It'll be a hectic race. In terms of qualifying, I don't know. I'm expecting around the 27s. Honestly, we did see that Caleb hit a 1:26, so maybe he can go faster again. But I don't think anybody will go... I don't know if we'll see a 1:25, but probably 26s, 27s.
So interesting track limits from Band, not keeping at least 2 wheels within the white lines, which if anyone's been in Discord for the last week, we would have...
So much crap now.
No, I think Ben did creep into the 126s according to the leaderboard on Garage. 62? Oh, he's got the number wrong.
61.
61. But I was going to say 61. Then I said 62. No, I was wrong. But yeah, so he's getting some decent times there. There's not a lot of reference data on there though. As comes through the last couple of corners.
I can already see a bunch of off tracks happening from everyone, which is interesting.
Yeah, we've got
a couple here and there.
Gray. Looks like Graves had a little bit of a spin.
Oh man, Ben really does use the curb, but it's working to his advantage. He will cross the line and set a 128.2. So I think there's still plenty of time to gain there. To switch over, here comes Spicer now into huge into the wall, and he's broken that rear right. I think I can't. Yep, it's definitely broken. Sagging on the ground there. He will have to. Yeah, he's broken the toe link and the suspension arm. He will have to come into the pits. That is unfortunate for him. I don't think he sets a lap. He doesn't.
Let's have a look at that again. So here he's coming into the chicane, and it's all right. He actually touches the wall slightly, but yeah, he loses the rear slightly at entry, and yeah, he just clobbers that curb, and then oh, that's a big hit on the rear.
Yeah,
that's going to definitely hurt a fair bit.
Yeah, no, that's massive there. All right. So he's reset. We've still got 6-ish minutes left in the qualifying session. Is the qualifying session for laps as well, or just time?
Just time.
10 minutes, 10 laps. Okay. Yeah. No worries. So that's fine. So we got Jaden here, who has set a 127.4, so is currently the fastest of the drivers on track in the Crayola car. I love that livery.
So close to the grass.
I love that that's not track limits. I actually love that entire... It's like Watkins Glen.
Oh, yeah.
Just before you come up the hill, where you can just go as far left as you
want.
Well,
if it just seems to be kind of the American standard in racing. If you look at IndyCar at Coda, just the extent to which they extend the second last corner is absolutely insane in IndyCar.
Here we go. And Jared Richards, 127.2. So Band managing to get into the low 27. So fastest car on track now. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Jaden is actually flying. Having a look at the average pace, it isn't as high as Band's is, funnily enough. So maybe we won't see it beat just now, but we'll keep an eye on it. Looks like Bate comes across there, 129.1. So he's still getting into the rhythm of things. Spicer, Gray, and Longley still yet to set a time.
Oh, that's so
he
much.
Took it so much. So that comes across there with a 127.293. They are split.
I think he was invalidated though.
Oh, he was.
It looks, yeah, he did. He got a 1x in that final chicane. Just took a little bit too much curb, and that stunned him.
He did. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, well. Around you go again.
Oh, so just jump on board with Nut as he goes sideways into the wall. Might have to have another look and see what happened with that one. So here's the start of his lap, and it's all looking pretty good, but I think...
Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, he's just going onto the grass, and then he's obviously... Just have a look from another angle for that one as well. And yeah, you see he gets right up onto the grass, and there's no grip out there, no grip at all.
Yeah. That was never going to work, unfortunately. These cars they barely have grip on the track, let alone on the grass. So that is an unfortunate one there for Nut, but he will have to try around again. We got about 3 minutes left in the session as Jared Richards sets another fastest lap, a 126.7.
Oh, yeah, Jaden Balvin's only good enough for 127.041. He's kind of going neck and neck with Jared, but can't quite get it there. Just going to jump with Caleb Gray there, also yet to set a time. Oh, sorry, pressed the wrong button. There we go. that band actually getting a cheeky
He
toe
was
from him
gone
as well.
So yeah, but he went so hard into the wall. He didn't slow down enough, and there you go. You can see that car is out. He will have to go back into the pits, repair that, and try and come out for another flying lap, but way too fast into that turn one.
There we go. I am looking at the wrong car. That is not correct at all. All right, I can update this, don't I? Alright, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. So, it's nuts. Still yet to set a time.
Oh, it's Caleb Gray really fighting the wheel there. Oh my god, he's sliding that car everywhere. My god. It's cool to watch, but it's slow. That's the only problem here. But he really does need to get a move on because the timer is counting down, and because of that previous turn one entry, still hasn't got a time on the board. Jared Richards there, 26.739, still the fastest in the session.
Oh, and a mistake there from Caleb, and he cuts the chicane. And
he'll have to slow down.
Yeah, with just over a minute left on the clock, that is not going to be enough time to get around for another lap. So, unlike F1, you don't get to complete the lap you're on when the timer runs out. As soon as the timer runs out, it does go through to the race session. So that is him done for quali. As Anthony Bate, who's P3 with 127.849.
Here comes Nut. Around the last chicane. 2 curbs, keeps it out of the wall, crosses the line. What do we got? 129.1. But was that actually a flying lap? No, I don't think it was. Oh, and he's at the wall again. So he literally did a warm-up lap. It wasn't... Or he may have invalidated... He's round again.
Nearly held it. But I think that's going to be it. Now we'll have a look. I think Band might be on a flying lap right now. And he should be able to complete it before we run out of time. Oh, there's only 7 seconds to go. He might not actually get across the line here. No, there we go, out of time. That is it for quali. So, Jared Richards on pole position. And it's just, I've got to change the session now so I can see what that was. It's not giving me the time. Oh, there we go. No, so let me go back to the results. Anyway, Band's on pole.
126.7. Yeah, he did a 126.7. Alrighty, so looks like we got a pace car. So it's a rolling start from the penultimate corner.
That's interesting. It should not have been.
Well, the pace car is on the track. And they're all starting there, so it's probably Roval rules. I'm going to assume.
I mean, I set up the server, so it's highly possible. It's just I screwed it up.
We're counting down there. Yeah, they are starting as if it were off the track. There is no like starting grid per se for the Charlotte Roval.
Actually, no, that is a fair point. That is a fair point.
So that'll definitely be what it is.
Yep. They're gonna have to run to their cars and jump in, just like Le Mans.
Okay, so it's telling me to get ready. In regards to the lights, but it has to be a rolling start.
There you go. Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy. As it doesn't look like they obeyed the procedure. It looks like they've all got it sorted now. So we go out on this formation lap.
There we go. Band leads the pack. Jaden in P2, Bate in P3, Spicer in P4, Caleb Graham P5, and we've got Nut there in P6. So only 6 cars on the track, but something tells me they're not going to keep out of each other's way. And we're about to see some crazy shenanigans. As we see the Porsche safety car just leading them around the track. This will give them a little bit of leeway when it comes to temperature in the tires. It's nowhere near enough, as you can see. Jaden there really trying to push the fact right up against Ben as they roll towards the back half of the circuit. I wonder if I can just keep adding laps to this and just confuse the drivers. I won't. That would actually be a really cool feature if I could do that.
On to the bank section of the track. We're going 2 by 2. Shout out to Nut as well, driving his BMW branded Formula Ford.
Mm-hmm. Now towards that chicane. And nerves start to be settling in, because not only do you have to make sure that you make turn 1, but you're going to have people attacking you on the way. So Ben will probably be feeling a little bit of pressure. Jane will definitely want to try and jump him at the start. That's a really good camera angle, actually. So you're driving over there. Just got another banked section to go. Then the safety car should peel in, and we'll be able to get this underway.
There we go, peels off.
So here we go. So you can see the green flag on the bottom there. Once it starts waving, the race will be on. I think we are underway. There we go. There goes Barney, waving the flag like crazy. And the race is officially underway. Band actually gets a really decent start here as everyone falls in line. There's only 6 of them, so it can't be that hard to do.
You'd be surprised.
Now they make their way towards turn 3. It's a nice little slide there from Spicer at the back.
Oh, he's made up a lot of time. You can see he closed in on the back of Bait.
And it looks like Bait's the only one trying to stay in the middle of the track. Everyone else took the extended option.
Oh, Spicer thought about going down. There's contact! There's contact between Spicer and I think that's Gray.
Yep, Caleb Gray and Jaden also got caught up in that. So he's all the way down to P6 now. And I think Spicer got away pretty scot-free. I see no damage on the car.
Yeah, very lucky there. I think they both managed to avoid getting damage, but unfortunately, yeah. You know, clumsy move. You can see what. Oh, there's a bit of contact with the wall there. Who was that? 59 car, James Spicer, I think, still. And checking out on the other leaders. That's what's working. Here we go. Bandcamp holds a comfortable lead over Bait at the moment.
He's actually doing a really good race at the moment. Really good race at the moment. Nice and clean, and he doesn't really have anything too crazy to worry about from the back.
Although we welcome everyone to the North Bridge.
James Spicer with an off track there. Are there penalties set for excessive off tracks?
There are not.
Okay.
So that will be
You just have to
enforced.
keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, by the stewards, make sure no one's getting an unfair advantage. Just looking a bit to the front, and he got very close to And under braking there, but gaps opened up a little bit out of the corner.
So these cars actually have a very cheeky slipstream. You need to be relatively close for it to start kicking in, but Bait might actually be in a sweet spot in a minute. So as they go through that chicane and across the line, I think Bait might actually be in an attack range soon, and he's gone. So Band just crossed the line with a 127.755, and Bait crossed the line with a 127.754.
Yeah, pretty neck and neck at the moment.
It's almost mirrored. Oh, as he gets a little squirrely coming out of the corner there.
Yeah, he was talking up his chances of beating Band's lap time, so he has achieved that for the moment. I'm sure he'll want bragging rights by getting the outright victory. It's pretty close at the moment, gap of about 6/10, and it is decreasing on the banked corner with the help of that slipstream.
Bait's doing a really good job actually sticking behind Band here as they go through. They've made their own little race. If you see back, Spicer's in a little bubble between himself and Nut and Caleb Gray, and unfortunately with that earlier crash, Jaden all the way down into P6 position.
Nut as well there in P4. You can see just in the background there, Caleb Gray closing in. Nut, who's doing well, just dropping off the pace a little bit, and he's going to be under a fair bit of pressure in a moment. So on board with Caleb Gray. Seems a lot quicker in the corners than Nut at the moment. Using a lot more of the track as well.
Yeah, so looking at the average pace across the board, everyone is improving. Band is actually improving the most of anyone at the moment. Band's last lap was a 27.357, but Bait actually managed to go with a 3.30. So Bait's getting an advantage being behind, but he just hasn't seemed to eyes. Caleb might be able to overtake Nut here on the top side of the banking. Here we go. Now, this is not a spot that you really want to second guess. So if you're going to make the move, do it now. Nut might actually just give him the door.
Yeah, braked earlier there, Nut. Didn't have the run. I think Caleb was ahead.
Took the much safer option, but have a look at Bait now. He's really getting up close behind Band. I'm thinking we're going to see an attack very, very shortly.
Oh, I got the sound effects for hitting the wall. Could just be an netcode, but that was very close from Bait, using every little millimeter of track he can to try and get this move done.
He is really, really close. So both of these guys pushing the limits of the car. Bait with a 126.8 last lap.
Yeah,
wow.
2/10 quicker than Band, so he's absolutely flying at the moment. And starting to go a bit defensive into the corners, making sure that he's shutting the door for any potential dive Bait might want to put in to get ahead. And he's so close to him now. Gap's just 2.5 tenths.
It is a massive dogfight here as they go towards the back of the circuit. And it's hopefully both of them are focusing because this chicane takes no prisoners. So here we go. Band's going to go early to the outside. Oh, is he going to pull up? He does. I thought he was going right into the back of that car for a minute. But he did pull the car up. Well done. The brakes in this are not great.
Lost a little bit of time there. Having to brake a bit earlier than I think he had planned to. Have 4-5 tenths behind Band now. But it looks like Bait's really getting into the rhythm of this track. And Band setting a 127.170. Hasn't quite found the pace that Bait seems to be able to get out of the track at the moment.
Something
Oh,
happened
but he's
there.
touched the grass. And how he saved that, I don't know. Bates' rear tyre was on the grass, stepped out big time, and he's held it. He's lost a few more tenths there. That was a really good save by Bate. As I'm just going to jump back. It looks like Caleb Gray and Olivier Longley having a bit of a battle there. Briefly changed positions. Nutt's done very well. I was expecting him to drop off a little bit after seemingly letting Gray go past, and he's actually sticking very close to him.
And the car's starting to come to him now. He's just getting a better feel for it. Obviously didn't do too great at Oran Park in the first round. But I think with time, he's really starting to understand the flow of the car. Unfortunately, he was slightly ahead of Gray just before, but they've traded places again. So now he'll be in the slipstream. Gap's about 6/10 to the car ahead. So, and Jaden also is slowly but surely catching up. 127.7. Sorry, 127 flat on the last lap round. So I think within a couple of laps he'll be in that fight again as well. Poor Spicer though. He's just in this bubble.
Yeah, he's very
much
much
at the moment.
Very much on his own at the moment. 7 seconds. Oh, where is he? 3.8 seconds behind Bate, and 7 seconds ahead of Caleb Gray. So, as we. Oh, I think that's Gray in the wall. Oh, I think he might have damaged some suspension there. A big mistake coming out of the final chicane. Just gonna jump on board and see if he's got. Where's my roll bar? There it is. Looks like the steering's still straight.
Oh, and there's a lot
Spicer's had a moment as well, and he's lost the place to Nutt, who's moved up onto the podium.
Spicer has damage, and he's got a meatball flag. Oh boy. He's got damage on the car. I'm trying to see exactly where that damage is.
I think he's got some suspension damage. You see the car bottoming out on the banked section there, the sparks flying.
Yeah.
Just going to try and bring up this replay.
Oh, the car!
Oh, under bragging. Look at that.
Fiercely. Oh, my God.
Oh, no, contact! Oh, no!
That's huge!
He looks like he was so preoccupied with just trying to keep the car going in a straight line, and he's just drifted over into the path of Caleb and sent him absolutely flying as Spicer comes into the pits. And yeah, he is absolutely crabbing. I'm just trying to have a look at what happened with that initial incident with Spicer. And is this the initial incident? Oh, has it done this thing again? Hang on. No, it does not want to give me the right timestamp. Anyway, back to live. You can see he's there in the pits getting sorted out now. And yeah, looks like Caleb's lost a chunk of time as well. He's 22 seconds down on Jaden, who's 3.5 seconds behind Nutt. Well, let's have a look at Bate again. 4 tenths behind Bandcamp.
Spicer leaves the pits there. Luckily, we've got fast repairs enabled for this session. 7 minutes in of a 20-minute session. How he kept it out of the wall there, I don't know.
Actually, it was a collision on my screen, but hopefully that was just netcode.
Yeah, nothing came up as an incident there, so both of these guys really pushing it. I'd love to see it. Oh, Spicer's had an incident. He's gone off track. Oh, actually, I think he's crashed. Yeah, I think he's had an incident there.
Oh, these timings are all out. Absolutely all out.
You're doing this via the session event screen, yeah?
I am. All right, click on it. I go play exact on the 2x that he just had.
Oh, that's why. That's why. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just double click them.
I did double click. And like this is him coming.
Yeah, no, you might be looking at the wrong sessions, but it's all good. I just know that, yeah, he may have crashed. I'm not exactly sure where that was. He had an off-track incident and then an incident there for 2x, so it's definitely some sort of a prank.
I swear that just doesn't work. Anyway, jumping up to Bait, who's having a bit of a look at Band. He's got a decent run. He's actually got a bit of overlap here, I think. Oh, he's had to yield a little bit coming into the chicane, though. Band had a bit of a slide coming into it. Oh, is Bait going to send it down the inside? Oh, Ben left the door open.
Oh, and it looks like Caleb Gray's had an incident now too. He has a meatball flag, so he'll have to come into the pits. Bait staying within the 5/10 mark here. He's very, very close. He's lapping on average faster than Bait is, and I must say, props to Nut. He's improving on his average pace. I say that as he gets a 2x, and he's driving slowly. I think he may have had
he's had a bit of a moment there. Let's see how you jinx him this time.
He cut the course. He had a filled black flag there. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, just lost the rear.
Look at that. Technically not a spin.
No, just a slowdown, but he's going. He's going. Back up to the battle for the lead. Bait still within a second of Band. So past the halfway mark of the race. Oh, not really listening to that. What am I looking at? It's 5 minutes left. Right.
I'm curious. Caleb Gray's in the pits, but his meatball flag hasn't been cleared. Does he realise that there is fast repairs?
He might have already used it. Potentially.
Oh, maybe. Well, he's okay now. The meatball flag is gone. I think he's still getting repaired, but...
No, that is his only pit stop, so yeah, that should be his fast repair done.
Oh no, I think Nuts had an incident as well.
Yeah, another 2x looks like a spin.
Man, Bait is really pushing right now, but he just can't seem to get that last little bit. So right now it'll just be follow the leader. But they are coming up to back markers now. So I wonder, hopefully Spicer won't get in the way. So Bait taking a wider line there than Ben does through turn 1. Three-tenths faster than Band on that lap.
Oh, as Caleb Graves had another incident. Another spin up ahead of our leaders here.
Oh, was Nut also... He's actually stopped on track. So that might have been a big one there. Just rejoining now.
Looks like he's lost it coming into the chicane. Have a quick look at what happened there. Yeah, he's just lost the rear on the entry. He's done well to keep it out of the wall, though.
Oh, he kept it out of the wall.
That is well done from Nut. Well done.
That's beautiful. So fastest lap of the race right now, 1:27.
Who was that? That was
26.3.
That was Spicer. Spicer stationary on track.
Yep. He's had a moment going into the chicane. At least this is way to the leaders now.
They absolutely launched it over the curb. Ah, he's just lost the rear at that back chicane. Kept it out of the wall though.
Man, props to both Band and Bait. Driving a fantastic race so far. We've only got 2 and a bit minutes to go.
Yeah, Bait still has the fastest lap of the race at 126.325. But man just seems to be that little bit more consistent in his car. Oh, I see a few guys go very wide in the background there. Yeah, Bates just, unless he's conserving, but he's only got just under 2 minutes, so that's a lap and a half to go.
You can see that he's pushing. But, yeah, Band's just, I don't know, it looks like the slipstream might not be working for him as well as it could. Because anytime he gains any speed here, all of a sudden, the chicane's there. And unless he's willing to be a little bit more brave going into there, he's not really going to gain much time. But here we go. They'll cross the line and it will start the final lap. You should see the white flag pop up as they get closer to the line. So here we go. Over the curbs. There's the white flag being waved. So it's do or die now for Bait. As Caleb Gray back in the pits.
Yeah, I think it was a big hit. I think he had to tow that time, so it's that is him out of this race.
Oh, Bait. He is pushing. He is pushing 126.6 that last lap, Band with a 126.8 as oh, it looks like Jaden's also in the pits now. So we are down to 4 on track, and Bait now comes onto the banked oval. Band's still leading, and I'm not quite sure what moves he could possibly do between now and the end of the lap. But I think Band might have this one in the bag. Let's have a look here into the chicane. Oh, chicane-esque, I suppose. Here we go. Coming out there. Bait's got his foot down, but the cars only have so much power. So unless he wants to try a heavy dive going into the inside of turn 15, which probably won't end good for either of them, but here we go. Band running down to the last couple of corners on the brakes. They both take it nice and easy. Band will come across the line and take the win here. But Bait with a very well-earned second place.
Spice absolutely launches it over the curb.
Yep.
Okay, check a flag. P4, so he's lapped down. And I think it's going to be Nut taking the final place on the podium, as he's the only other person running on the track. And Bait actually set the fastest lap of the race on that final lap, 126.286. So can't say he didn't try. Just unfortunately for him, couldn't find a way past Band for the race win. As Nut comes across, sees the checkered flag. Now I'm going to try and see if I can jump onto some replays of what was happening behind play. No, it's not going to let me do it now because it's this game sometimes. Yeah, I think once it ticks over to the next race, it does not let you go back and look at previous replays. So it's unfortunate because there were a few interesting ones that occurred. But yeah, it looks like Caleb Gray and also Jaden Belbin had some issues in the dying laps, and that resulted in neither of them finishing. Here we go, reverse grid for this race. So they move to the front. So Caleb Gray starting on pole, followed by James Spicer, Jaden Belbin, with our top 3 taking the final 3 places in this second race of the evening. We are now underway.
They'll have to just do a warm-up lap as per the last event. So hopefully this will be Caleb's time to shine. Spicer get a chance of redemption, so will Nut, but knowing the pace of the two at the back, we'll see just how long it takes. Again, just getting warmth in the tires, make sure the steering works. They're in a good spot. I might have to, if I see some excessive incidents in this one, I might bring out a safety car. But hopefully they'll keep it much cleaner.
Yeah, I think the issue with the last one was there was that incident on the first or second lap, and a few at the back just dropped way too far back too early. Like, there was a good chase on. I think Nut got closed down a couple of times, but yeah, once you do drop that far back, it's hard to claw back in the 20 minutes we have. Oh, Caleb's so close. He's basically inside the safety car. Honestly, not going fast enough to keep his tyres warm.
Alright.
Oh, even the safety car cutting the corner.
It's alright, I'll give them a 1x. Actually, can I give them... You can! That's ridiculous. you can actually give
Burn my lander a 1x. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Alright, here we go. Pace car is into the pit lane. It will be Caleb to lead this procession. There's the flag. We are underway. It's a bad launch there from Caleb as Spicer and Nut both go through. Nut leading the race.
I can hear Nut on the team radio just go, lol.
So you can see the position switching as the leader.
Oh, he's lost it! He's lost it! Oh, no!
Oh, it's a hit into the wall!
Spice has gone around as well. Oh, he's absolutely binned it.
Here we go. So Caleb back in the lead of this race. Oh, his bike gets sideways there, but catches the car. Ben almost ready to pounce, but he also had a little bit of trouble coming out of the corner. So Gray in the lead of the race. Unfortunately there for Nut down.
Spice is also towed. I think he might have picked up some damage from that incident there as well.
So yeah, not with the meatball flag. So definitely will have to come in and get repaired.
I think Spice is absolutely gone as well. He may have actually left, not realising that we could bring out a safety car.
Okay. Just reporting that he is out, so he has decided to retire. We are down to 5 people. 5 drivers. But really well done to Caleb. He's put a bit of a gap there, 1.6 seconds. So a terrible start, but as fate has decided... Oh, Ben going real deep there towards Ben. Actually gets a little bit of snap. Catches the car well, though. Sliding. Smoke coming off the rear tires. Managed to save the car. He's getting brave. It's not fast, but I thought he might have been round then. He did not. Something's happened there to Caleb as well. He is rapidly slowed down. The gap's gone from 1.6 seconds to 4/10 as Bate goes on the high side, trying to pip Jaden here. Jaden in a much better position than last race. Unfortunately, getting caught up in some of the incidents, but now he'll be able to stretch his legs as he tries to go to the outside here of turn 11.
Oh, as Bate goes
Oh,
down
Bate's
to the
gonna look at
inside.
Oh, they keep away. Band's now looking for a moment. Oh, up into P2. Well done, Bate. They kept it clean. Have a look at how close Band is here. Knows that the drag's a little bit too much to try and go up on the high side, so he's going to just try and tuck in here. Looking for the inside of the turn. No, he plays it safe.
Bit of a lock up from Caleb there at the front though. Keeps it pointing in the right direction.
It was a much closer race than the first event. Caleb doing a great job at the moment. Band looking for a way to get past the crayon in front of him. Just can't seem to do it. Looks on the inside again. And he'll definitely be the faster of the two cars here, but you don't really have the horsepower to try and just dive him. So he'll just have to bide his time. And that's exactly what he was looking for. Jaden going a little bit too wide. And that's allowed Band to go up into P3. Oh, he's at the wall. He just nudged the wall there. No damage.
Nothing
So
on
he's
the
got-
incident, so it
he's
must have been a
very
very
lucky
light
for
touch.
that.
Yeah.
Very lucky for that. Bate setting the fastest lap now, 128.7 of the session. Come round for lap 4. Oh, Bate's so close. Oh, actually, he might have a big launch here. Now he goes down towards the inside of turn 1. Here we go. Caleb's gone wide. Bate is ahead for now, and he does. Pips down the inside. Bate in the lead of the race.
And now closing in on the back of Caleb. Doesn't want to be trying to get through because he knows he can beat Bate. He's just got to get in front of him.
It's looking really, really good from everyone here in this race. It's an unfortunate one there for Nut as he's way back. Just coming to the turn 11 chicane now. Band looking for the high side. Oh, he's much faster there. This might work. Here we go, down towards turn 10.
Almost interlocked wheels then as well.
On the outside is not where you want to be. Oh, up onto the curb. They do keep out of each other's wheels. Ben will go through. Caleb will want to make sure he sticks right on the back of that car, though. He does not want to lose any advantage. And Jaden's now back in this race as well.
Oh, big sideways movement from Caleb. And that's compromised his run. And Jaden's made it through now, up into P3.
All right, an unfortunate one there. Lots of positions lost from the 56 car. Oh, it's Bate so close.
Oh!
Ben almost loses
What
the
a
car, but
snap.
manages to catch the front. No love lost between these two. They are giving it everything. It was a very respectful race 1. I have a feeling there might be a little bit more gnashing of teeth and clashing of swords. Here we go to the banking now, as Caleb Gray really has closed the gap to Jaden ahead, so it looks like he's regained his composure. Everyone making it through the chicane well.
And just biding his time now. You know, there's still 13 minutes left in this race.
look at how close he is. He's really, really pushing.
Oh, he's lost it!
Stop.
He's on the grass!
He's kept it out of the wall. Oh, he is taking the NASCAR line. He'll have a furled flag for sure. He'll get given a slowdown.
Oh no! Whoa! He's
I don't think he saw the.
No.
I don't think he saw him on his outside.
And that has
I
cost
don't
him
think-
big time.
It really has. It really has. Now I don't know if he's got damage at all. The collision was relatively soft, but when he rejoined, I don't think he saw Caleb to the side there. So he has gone into the side pod. I'm just trying to look at the damage. I don't see any. So maybe it really was just a glancing blow.
Yeah, there's a 2x that's been shown up for him for the collision. Same with Caleb, both having 2x's for the contact.
Yeah. Okay, so they definitely touched, but I
Wasn't
don't see any
major
damage on the car.
contacts. Yeah, might have just got away with it. And now 8.5 seconds off the lead, so that mistake has cost him quite a bit.
Bates probably laughing now, but once he sees that blue rocket behind him, Gray's really picked up the pace now. Fastest lap of the session on 127.2. He actually has the fastest lap of the session. Wow, look at him go right on the inside here in the final turn.
Oh, Bates got off!
Gets a snap as well. He'll have to give up some. He'll have to give up some time there. He did essentially the same thing Ben did, although a shorter round. And Caleb Gray back in the lead of the race. So this is unfortunate for Band here. He is gaining time, but he's away from the pack, and we're with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Oh, sorry, 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
As Jaden crazes the wall.
Coming to the commencement of lap 8, over the curbs. Oh, Jaden just disappearing for a second there. So Caleb doing a really good job at the moment. He's keeping Bate at bay. 127.5 on that last one. For whatever reason, Bates' lap time isn't showing up.
Oh, it'd be because he invalidated, because the start of the lap he went off track. Yeah.
No, that's it. As Band sets his overall best, 126.8. Actually, it's the session best. It's the first of the 26s. So Band is pushing to try and get back into this pack.
Jaden just dropping off the back of Bate now. Gap's blown out to 1 second, so it looks like he doesn't quite have the pace. Caleb and Bate ahead of him. And Caleb really showing some good speed at the moment.
Oh, Bate sliding into the chicane. He really does have a handle on this car. I'm impressed. He's put that car in some sketchy positions. Always seems to come out. Over the first curb, over the second. Here we go, lap 9 now of a potential 14. And Caleb Gray still in the lead of the race. Jaden keeping close behind of the two front runners. And Jared Richards, he crosses the line with a 27.0.
Not as well, picking up the pace a bit, down to a 127.4, so still slower than those ahead of him, but He's setting times in the 128, so he's starting to get a feel for things as well.
Interestingly, top 3 doing 126 as that last lap. Caleb Gray setting the fastest lap of the race. By doing so, 26.2. On the banking now, coming to last couple of corners. Oh, bait going a little wide. Actually, no, that was a really good line. The camera just seemed to show it as a wider angle. Oh, it's a little snap there as well. And Jaden is really, really close to bait right now. Some pace being found.
Nuts had a spin up ahead. He's just in front of our leaders here.
He's going slow
he's
on the
pulled
corner
over to
there.
the side there, yep.
Doesn't want to get in the way. So unfortunately being lapped now. He's a lap down.
I think that's cost Caleb a bit of time here. He's now back to half a second between himself and bait. I wonder if he's just come around the corner and just had to obey the yellow flags. Has not recovered from that spin. Oh, he's lost it!
Hooray! He's going to rejoin. Oh, that's a really bad place to do it. Oh, luckily.
And goes through.
He does. That is so unfortunate there. Caleb Gray was doing a great job, but he just cooks it going into the last corner. Bait now in the lead. Jaden in P2 and Band into P3 with a 4.5 second gap to P2 there. Band will be trying to push, see if he can make a last ditch effort for P2, but it's quite far back. I don't know if he'll be able to make it.
Jaden, 1.2 seconds behind bait now. He's got a comfortable lead again.
And they're really using those curbs to full effect.
Oh, I think Nuts had an incident. He has.
Oh, going right over.
Oh, I think his front left might be broken.
The car as well. Yep.
It's not even turning the left.
Oh, it's damaged. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, we only have 3 minutes remaining in the session.
Oh yeah, it's not pointing the right way either way. He's trying to turn.
He can't turn. He can't turn.
Oh, he nearly hits the wall.
He can't turn. Yeah. He's trying to make it back. This will be hard. Oh, and Jaden's actually managed to close the gap. 3/10 is the gap now. Bait must have had a little bit of a... Oh, here we go. I think it's on now. So 2 minutes 40 left in the session. And Jaden is attacking. And Jared now, 4 seconds a gap, so he's made 5/10. And Jaden attacks those curves.
Yes.
That's where he's gaining the time.
Yeah,
he's doing
you
that great.
see how much time he's gaining. Is he going to send it down the inside? No, he's going to wait a little bit longer, but he is so much quicker through there.
This might work in his advantage. 2 minutes to go. About 2 laps. Next lap will be the white. So 27.2 there for Jaden that last lap. 28.1 for Bait. And 26.8 for Band. And the banked oval. And the time has started to stretch now, so not sure exactly what happened to the 95. But he has lost some time there. Oh, kicks up 2 wheels. Goes into the turn.
Oh, you can see he's really pushing those track limits. He may have actually got a 1x for that one. He is trying so hard to stay with Bait. As they get the white flag, you can see getting waved there at the start-finish line. Commence the final lap, and the gap is just 0.4 of a second.
Caleb Gray's also managed to squeeze up to Bandcamp at the back there, 0.6 between P3 and P4. So we are on the final lap here, I believe. We are. So it'll be a last-ditch effort here for the 95. Oh, as he gets into the grass, but keeps the car straight.
A bit further back, Caleb Gray got a 1x near the start-finish line, so he's dropped back about 2 seconds behind Ben now. So
he's had a bit of a cut. He had to give the time back. Here we go. Bait going wider on the exit to the banked section of the track. I wonder if Jaden will be able to gain some extra time as they go down towards that chicane. Here we go.
Looks like he's just a little bit too far back, but he has made another 10th or so by taking a better line.
Yeah, I think Bait might have this one in the bag. There's only 2 corners to go, so unless Bait goes a little too deep on the brakes, I think he's got it. He's gaining time, though. He's brought it down to 2/10. Jaden is flying. He's just a little too far back. He'll try and cut the... Oh, he uses the curve. But Bait will cross the line and take the win. It was an excellent drive. Ben comes through in P3. And Caleb Gray will cross the line for P4. And unfortunately, Nut, with the additional damage, will end up in P5.
Yes, and unfortunately, yeah, James Spicer there not finishing either in P6. Yeah, what a battle. I think we had like 4 or 5 lead changes throughout that whole race.
We did.
It was actually quite entertaining for the small number of cars that we've got. Yeah, solid result there from Bait to get the win. I think overall Band will still get... Oh, actually maybe not. I think Bait will get the maximum amount of points. I mean, he had the fastest lap and first and a second, so well done to Bait. I think that was Nut doing some burnouts in the pit lane. Yeah, another fantastic round of Formula Ford racing. Oh.
We are, where are we off to next week?
That's a good question. Let me double check on Discord. And what have we got? Announcements. We're off to Lime Rock Park, so that's one of
oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a favourite of the free tracks for sure. Now, I'm just going to have a quick look and see if iRacing has updated the championship totals. Okay. The league's over here, and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1 Okay, season standings. Band has taken the lead of the championship with 56 points. So it'll be obviously the points he scored at the first event at which they did not participate. However, Anastasi still P2, 51 points that he picked up last week. But Jaden Belvin as well on 50 points there in P3. Bate picks up P4 with 45 points total. And Nut moves up to P5 with 29 points. Then got Caleb Graves, P6 with 26 points. Ali, 7th with 25th, equal with Xavier Davis. Mr. Spicer, P9, 18 points, equal with Seb Giannis. And then we've got Jake Catlin on 16 points, equal with Azamifti in P11, with Todd McLeod 13th on 6 points, and Anthony Roseman bringing up the rear with 1 point. So getting pretty spicy at the top end of the grid, so do make sure that those of you who missed this week do tune in next week and sign up if you're interested in doing some Formula Ford racing, because it is absolutely fantastic fun, and around Lime Rock Park it should be even better than at Charlotte. Well, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I've been Gus Rules, this has been Kuno Zero. We should have a stream tomorrow night for the final round of AFR on F1 2022 before the new game releases on next Tuesday. So please jump on for those, as we do have 2 championship deciders tomorrow night. So looking forward to it. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.